So language we use on a daily basis. Whether we like it or not, we have to use language. And it's so familiar to us that we actually forget the beauty they have in them and the glory, the power they have in them. And we take it for granted.
Or, I mean, is it most often or always you use only the English script, the English text?
It's always just the English. One reason is English. It's a very familiar language and script to almost to on an in an international level.
Which is most of your audience.
My
basically.
audience, yes. So what I do is what my work does is take something very familiar to us, to my viewers, and then make them alien, make them illegible. So taking that power away from them to read, to have access to information, to knowledge, to wisdom, and then leave them on their own.
Right.
So the act of information gathering becomes a journey to an unknown. So they have to work a little harder to get the information. Without being able to read and make sense of what's in front of you, you have to look inside, and then in the process of looking inside, you will find maybe more than what you're looking for, or whether you find the answer or not. I think it's a good journey.
Absolutely.
By now, the text itself has become very visual to me. Like when I see the pages, I look at the visual composition of the text. I look at the fonts, the quality of the color of the pages. I don't go after the literal meaning of the words.
So basically, these are just then mere strokes and characters that you're playing with, then.
It's more of like how the pop artists started with the ready-mades. These are my ready-mades. Like they used the urinal, the Coca-Cola cans as the ready-mades, things that are already out there
Existing. Right.
So these are the things that already exist, and I'm just giving them a new life, a new possibility.
Sure.
From the point I start to I finish it depends also on size, but that's the labor of making the work time. But besides that, there's so much more that goes on.
Of course.
Finding the book, thinking about it. Here I put on the wall the books, ideas, and some books that I want to work with, but I'm not quite sure what to do with them.
Right.
So they're always in front of me, keeps me thinking about them.
Right.
So I have to find the book, and the book also has to find me. And then something happens. So the labor part is actually the easiest part, I think.
That's just sort of mechanically doing
Yeah,
it.
that's just it's laborious, but yeah, that's not a big deal. And the skill comes with practice.
What's the philosophy behind this work that you're creating?
This is called Days of Joy and Days of Sorrow.
Days of joy and days of sorrow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I have separated the book pages into black and white strips.
Okay.
So the ones with the text and the ones without text. And they are woven together into what looks like a grid-like structure. Also looks like a napkin or chessboard.
Or carpet.
Or carpet, yeah.
Sure.
And the point is, Days of Joy and days of sorrow are woven together into one work. I mostly work in think in terms of cycle rather than a line. Like it's not linear. Not everything is linear. Ups and downs. We come back to where we were. And we move ahead.
Yeah, so honestly, it's just cutting alphabets. It's nothing more, right?
No.
So why
It's
can't
just-
I do it?
Of course, you can do it.
All right. So let's see. I'm going to do this, huh?
Right.
Okay. That went wrong.
No, there's no wrong, right? And I've always believed that if you can cut one letter, then you can cut the whole book. It's just the question of patience.